Russian Colonel General Alexander Lentsov is set to replace Major General Andrei Volkov as the head of Russia's peacekeeping mission in Nagorno-Karabakh. That's according to the Armenian affiliate of the Russian state-owned news agency Sputnik, which reported the news yesterday, citing an unnamed source in Russia's defense ministry. As of 4 p.m. today Armenia time, Moscow had not officially confirmed or denied the news. If appointed, Lentsov would be the Russian peacekeepers' fourth commander in less than 3 years. He currently works as an advisor to Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu and previously served as Deputy Commander-in-Chief of Russia's ground forces. Lentsov has also participated in Russian military operations in Chechnya, Syria, and Ukraine. Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan spoke by phone today with Russian President Vladimir Putin to discuss Azerbaijan's ongoing blockade of the Lachin corridor, one day after calling European Council President Charles Michel for similar reasons. In a statement, the Kremlin said Pashinyan and Putin talked about, quote, the current escalation of the situation in the Lachin corridor, adding that they had agreed, quote, to continue contacts at various levels. Meanwhile, Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Mikhail Galuzin held 2 rounds of talks with officials in Yerevan yesterday, first with Armenian Deputy Foreign Ministers Vahe Gevorgyan and Munatsakan Safaryan, and then with Foreign Minister Ararat Mirzoyan. The officials discussed the state of bilateral relations with a focus on economic ties and the situation in and around Nagorno-Karabakh, according to statements from both sides. The uptick in diplomacy comes just days after Azerbaijani border guards moved to install a checkpoint on the sole overland route connecting Armenia and Nagorno-Karabakh, dramatically raising tensions in the region. In response, Russia's foreign ministry released a statement that expressed, quote, serious concern about escalating tensions in Nagorno-Karabakh, while failing to mention Azerbaijan's move over the weekend to install a checkpoint there. In more diplomatic news, French Foreign Minister Catherine Colonna is set to travel to Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia this week for high-level talks with officials in all 3 South Caucasus countries. In addition, Colonna plans to visit the headquarters of the European Union's civilian monitoring mission in Armenia. According to a French government statement, Colonna's visits to Armenia and Azerbaijan are meant to, quote, signal France's commitment to supporting negotiations between the 2 countries for a fair, lasting peace, as well as to call for the, quote, immediate restoration of traffic along the Lachin corridor. And in domestic news, a small passenger plane successfully completed a test flight today from Yerevan to the southern Armenian town of Kapan. That is according to Armenia's Civil Aviation Committee, which added in a statement that the flight marks just the 2nd time that route has been flown in about 30 years. A small airport opened outside of Kapan in the early 1970s to provide air service to the Syunik region, but the facility fell into disrepair after the Soviet Union's collapse in 1991. The airport has since been renovated, but its location extremely close to Azerbaijani positions gained in the 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh war has, in effect, rendered it inoperable. Today's flight from Yerevan to Kapan took about 50 minutes, while driving between the two along difficult mountain roads can take up to 7 hours.